Good evening, family. Welcome to part 18 of how the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department would come and lock me out of a home that I've lived in for the past 23 years and how I got here. I ended part 17 by finalizing a few things about my family lineage that I had uncovered and was still questioning. And like I said, thank you for your comments and the insight that you kind of helped me with through that process. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, but I wanted to, get back to talking about the home piece of it. Again, as I share these things with you, just so many strange things have been happening that, like I said, I'm trying to make it make sense. And so one of the things that I had recently dealt with is, and I'm just going to say, a big bank contacted me to tell me that I was owed money because they had discovered a service that had been added to my account and shouldn't have been on my home. Incidentally, this big bank is the same bank that when I originally purchased my home, they were the mortgager. They were the mortgage servicer. And so when they contacted me and said that I was owed money from the bank, I didn't really think anything about it until I went through the process of claiming or claiming the money from the bank and never received it. And so they told me that, and I guess they had found that employees were adding on services to mortgage accounts. And my mortgage account from back then had been flagged as one of those that had services added on that I didn't request. So we went through the process of, negotiating a dollar amount that they would give me to kind of move things forward, and I would receive that. Now, they stated, you can't receive it until we receive a tax form from you. So they wanted my social security number and my signature on a form and told me that I'd be receiving that payment within 30 days. I've been waiting quite a while and I haven't received that payment. And like I said, it strikes me as very odd, as that was the same bank that when I first purchased the home, that was the same bank. Another thing that I question is when I was reaching out to all these entities about my mortgage company who was not responding to me, HUD was one of the folks that I had reached out to, in addition to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. HUD was another one of them that I had reached out to. And the person that I was dealing with at the big bank had the same first name as the person who I had dealt with at HUD when I was making my complaint about my mortgage servicer. So I'm sharing everything because, like I said, these things could, possibly not be related, or they could be related. And so in sharing as much as I possibly can with you, I think it's an opportunity for me to re-examine all the things that have been happening. But like I said, I still haven't received that payment they told me that I would be receiving. They have my social security number, and like I said, it's been over the allotted amount of time in which they told me that I would be receiving it. So more weird stuff that I've been kind of dealing with as far as the home is concerned. And so I wanted to make sure and share that with you as part of just more stuff. Thank you for listening.